Hello and welcome to Quiz Coconut's Quickfire Quiz Pod with me, James Cutler. I'm here for your trivia fix. It's the same format every week, 10 questions and one carefully selected bad joke. Answers will be revealed at the end of the episode and we give you the opportunity to get on the quiz pod to win some prizes. And there's one rule, don't use Google.
Use your coconut!
Welcome quizzes, wherever you are in the world. I'm back with some globally friendly trivia, which is handy because last episode we had people tuning in from the UK, Canada, Mexico, Malaysia, Israel and even Uganda. Wherever you are, fire up the brain cells. Here we go with question 1. True or false? There are more plastic flamingos than real flamingos in the world. There we go, number 1, true or false? There are more plastic flamingos than real flamingos in the world. You can tell already, this is the knowledge that you need to know, and we'll be giving you all the answers later. Let's go on to number 2. Oceans. Which is the third largest ocean in the world? I think people generally know what the top 2 are. Which is the third largest ocean in the world? As always, if you need any more time with the questions, just press pause and press play again when you're ready. Let's go on to number 3. Sport. I'm going to list some sporting events that all happened in the same year. All you have to do is tell me which year. In this year, there was a Summer Olympics. Sri Lanka won the Cricket World Cup. Germany won the Euros. Colorado Avalanche won the Stanley Cup and the Yankees won the World Series. Okay, so what year is that? There's the Summer Olympics, Sri Lanka win the cricket, Germany win the Euros, Colorado Avalanche win the Stanley Cup and New York Yankees win the World Series. Number 4, let's see if you're really paying attention. Try to count the number of claps that you're going to hear. Here we go. Let's hear that again. There we go, the sound of one person clapping, particularly embarrassing after sex, I find. On to number 5, something a bit more highbrow now, art. I'm going to give you the names of 3 works of art. You need to tell me who created them. Here we go, the first one is The Scream. The second one is Balloon Girl. And the third one is The Card Players. Who created those works of art? The Scream, Balloon Girl and The Card Players. And I'm looking for 3 different artists for a point each. And number 6. Which form of wireless communication is named after a Viking king? Number 7, very exciting now. I've got some music for you. And I'm honoured to welcome the Jingle Cats to the podcast. If you don't know who the Jingle Cats are, it's a collection of cats that get together and sing well-known songs, typically around Christmas time. But what they're going to perform today is a well-known piece of music from a 19th century ballet. 1 point for the name of the composer and 1 point for the name of the ballet. Take it away, kittens. Wow, they're amazing, aren't they? You can support the Jingle Cats by searching Jingle Cats wherever you download your cat-related music. 3 questions left and number 8 is next. Put these 4 films in chronological order. They all starred the actress Halle Berry. X-Men, Monsters Ball, John Wick 3 and The Flintstones. Again, they are X-Men, Monsters Ball, John Wick 3 and The Flintstones. Put them in order from the earliest to the most recent. Number 9. In which profession might you use a diabolo or a devil stick? And our last question is number 10 and it's worth 3 points. And it's time for some cryptic pop stars. I'm going to give you cryptic clues to the names of well-known pop stars who are around today. All you've got to do is work out who you think the clues relate to. For example, if I said, make me a suit quickly, the answer might be Taylor Swift. You get the idea. Here we go. 3 for you. The first one goes like this. A woman making the sound of Queen's radio. A woman making the sound of Queen's radio. The second one. Don't make a chocolate bar by soaking, boiling and fermenting. Don't make a chocolate bar by soaking, boiling and fermenting. And the third one, Pester Fashions. Pester Fashions. Those are clues to the complete names of 3 different pop stars. You've heard of them all. The clues are tricky. That may be the hardest part of the quiz. But as always, if it was too easy, it wouldn't be fun. Pause the quiz pod if you need more time with any of those questions. But if you're ready, here comes today's bad joke.
This is today's bad joke.
So I was reading the news that Wet, Wet, Wet singer Marty Pello has developed arthritis. Yes, he felt it in his fingers, then he felt it in his toes.
That was today's bad joke.
So here are the answers, 15 points available. Here we go. Question 1. There are more plastic flamingos than real flamingos in the world. There are around 2 million real flamingos. Plastic flamingos have been produced since 1957 and they never die. There are millions of them. Number 2. The third largest ocean is the Indian Ocean after the Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean. The Southern Ocean is the 4th biggest ocean, and this year was formally recognised by the National Geographic as actually being an ocean. Before that, it wouldn't even put its name on its maps. It's a bit unfair. Number 3, the year with those sporting events, they all happened in 1996. If you're wondering, the Olympics were in Atlanta that year. Number 4, how many times did I clap? I clapped 16 times. Well done if you got that one. Number 5, the 3 people involved in those works of art. The Scream is by Edvard Munch, or Munch I think it's pronounced. Balloon Girl is by Banksy. And The Card Players is Paul Cézanne, which is at one point the most expensive painting sold at auction at $250 million. So 1 point for each of those artists that you correctly guessed. Number 6, the wireless communication named after a Viking king, Bluetooth. The king was Harold Bluetooth in the 900s. Number 7, 2 points here. The Jingle Cats were singing Dance of the Reed Flutes from the Nutcracker Suite by Tchaikovsky. I'll give you 1 point for Tchaikovsky and then 1 point for either the Nutcracker Suite or the Dance of the Reed Flutes. Number 8, your Halle Berry films. The first one was The Flintstones back in 1994. Then she was in the X-Men film in the year 2000. In 2001, she was in Monsters Ball, which she won an Oscar for. And then 2019 was John Wick 3. 1 point for getting the order correct there. Number 9, a diabolo, a devil stick, may be used by a juggler. Then your cryptic pop stars for 1 point each. Get ready to cringe. The first one. A woman making the sound of Queen's radio. A woman is a lady. Radio Gaga was a song by Queen. Queen's radio, Radio Gaga, Lady Gaga. The second one. Don't make a chocolate bar by soaking, boiling or fermenting. Now those three processes are part of the brewing process. A chocolate bar, I don't know, Mars for example, so I'm asking you to brew no Mars. Brew no Mars. And the third one, pester fashions. Another word for fashions, I don't know, how about styles? And if you pester something, you could harry it. That's another word for pestering. So the answer is Harry Styles. Ooh, it's a bit of a stretch, isn't it? So, how did we do? Did anyone get 15? Did anyone get all three of the pop stars? Let us know, we'd love to hear from you. You can tell us whether you're finding it easy, difficult. We'll take no notice, I'm joking. quizpod@quizcoconut.co.uk. That's also the same email if you would like to get in touch and be on the Quiz Pod. We do have 2 contestants lined up for our next finale, but if you want to appear on the one after that, do get in touch. Over the last few episodes, we had a couple of younger listeners come on the pod and describe items for you to guess. I'm now going to reveal what they were. If you haven't listened to them yet, why not go back and listen to them first and see if you can guess it? In Season 2, Episode 1, Jordan came on and described a police car. In the second episode, Effie was describing the Taj Mahal. And then she came back in the next episode to describe the London Underground map. I will accept, subway map, anything along those lines. Thanks to Jordan and Effie for taking part, I really appreciate it. Thank you for listening, folks. We will be back in our next episode with 2 contestants who will play to see if they can crack the coconut for prizes. We'll see you then. If you enjoyed today's quiz, why not book us for your next event? We host corporate events in the UK and Canada and virtual events all over the world. And don't forget to subscribe to the Quiz Pod so you never miss an episode. We'll see you next week. Quiz Coconut, nuts about trivia.